Hi everybody, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. This time we are building a house for a young couple that have just moved in together. They might be married, they might be living together, you know, who knows what their story will be. And I created two Sims for this, just using the new storyline options, which I found was really cute. So one of my Sims is an entertainer and one is a chef. I wanted the house to be cute, but stylish and also not too expensive. So it comes in under 50,000 simoleons. I think it's somewhere around the 43 to 45 mark. And it only has one bedroom and one bathroom, but there is room for a little bit of expansion. I built this on a 20 by 15 block, so if you want to put it on a larger block and, you know, put some additions on, put a bigger garden or a bigger deck for entertaining or whatever, you know, your Sims are your story to tell. But I'd love to hear if you use this house to tell their story, or at least part of it. So we've gone with a little craftsman style home. It, as I said, only has one bedroom and one bathroom upstairs in almost a loft style because the stairs open straight into the bedroom. And just sorting out windows, I didn't realize that I had actually put the walls at medium height instead of low height to start with, so you'll see me struggle with some curtains in a little bit. Honestly, it was so frustrating. Just getting the windows and doors worked out that kind of match a craftsman style home, because you don't have that you know, the modern style windows in a more traditional style home. And we don't, in Australia, these craftsman style homes are not common. So they're usually built to a purpose, and they again, we don't have a lot of the double-story homes. It's too hot here. Hot air rises. We have single-story homes with roofing materials that reflect the heat. So, in most areas. So we're just putting on that back deck, and I fiddle a little bit with it, you'll see, but we do put a glass roof on it. I love those glass roof patterns. I think they are ideal for patios and decks, pergolas or pergolas, whatever, however you call them, whatever you call them. I think they are just ideal. And there is no basement in this house as well. And if you wanted, you could very easily put a set of stairs down under the set of stairs that go up. Don't forget to use your move objects cheat to be able to do that. Otherwise, you could easily put it beside without interfering too much in the layout of the home as well. So just trying to decide on interior colours. I haven't, at this stage, the outside is very monochrome. But on the inside, I hadn't quite decided on a colour theme, and I tend to, wrongly or rightly, I tend to put the wall colours in first and then do the furnishings. And what I should do is find the furnishings I like and then find wall colours to match, because you know, we do all these colours and then we discover that the furniture doesn't quite match the colours, and, you know, hands up out there who wants a colour wheel. It doesn't even have to be, you know, like in The Sims 3 they had the style matching and you could put patterns across several or all of your pieces, but a colour wheel would be amazing, amazing. So just trying to work out the kitchen. I ummed and ahed about this little end cabinet, whether or not it would fit. Then I decided I wanted to have the two chairs there, and that cabinet would get in the way of the second stool. So, and I went with the orange wood, which looks cute with the blue, but then decided to go with the complete matching wood. And you wait, it'll change again. Now this is the struggle I'm having with the curtains. I wanted to put them at the top of the window, but because of the wall height, it wanted to snap part way down or through the ceiling. So you'll see here I try snapping it through the ceiling. The first one did it, but do you think I could get any of the others to go? No. And it was quite frustrating. So I did eventually get them. I was just trying anything, and you can see it won't snap lower. It will snap, like you can put it anywhere you like lower down, but there is a snap point that's just a smidge above that. And then the next snap point, the next point that it would go to was up in the ceiling. So it was very frustrating. And we do change those benches a little bit later. So again, I struggled with the furniture because even though they've done all the door and window swatches, they haven't followed that pattern matching across all of the furniture. So initially I thought, oh, we could have nice bright yellow. One of our Sims that is living here is an artistic type, and we could have that sort of bright yellow feeling, but that kind of turned out cream. So you'll see I undo it all and start again. I think the only thing that doesn't change is the bookshelf on the wall. So we start again with something quite like that table. It's interesting. I had a bit of a look at it. I'm going to use it for a future build. It's quite inspirational. And we managed to get a nice table. It's almost matching the wood. And I kind of have, when the wood tones, the wood textures don't all match, it kind of looks a bit jarring to me. So I thought we'd bring in this soft blue colour, and there you go, the cabinets are all going to white, and these are all going to white, and then we end up with this pastel blue and cream kind of theme. And don't worry, the living room does change again. And we have those beautiful pale blue colour that almost matches through. So yep, we get rid of that couch, we get a nice pale blue one, and we find a really nice rug that brings in the blue and the cream tones and ties it together. And I think it's much better. And I'm not sure if we leave the wood paneling on the wall. I honestly can't remember, even though I just built this yesterday. So again, bringing those pastel shades through in the butterflies and making sure they're straight. Just simply because it's, you know, I do like a home that has a theme or matches through, but it doesn't have to all match. You know, you can have bright pops of colour, you can have things that are a little bit different, I think I like this one with the blue cream. It kind of looks like it was decorated perhaps by somebody's mother. You know, you used to have all those Laura Ashley prints about 20 years ago or whatever that everybody used to love, and I think that's kind of what the feel of it is in the end. Nice little pop of colour there with the flowers on the bottom rail of the banister of the stair rail. And again, bringing the blue in, same rug under the dining table. And it really is a pale and pastel downstairs. And it does give you the opportunity, as I said, of bringing in brighter pops of colour, like for example the coat hanging on the hat rack, on the rack near the door, and those bright flowers. It lets you still same colour families, but bring in some brighter and more interesting tones. And who here has been, hands up again, who's been using the debug items? I have some favourites which I really love. And see, again, I struggled and then realized that if I brought the windows down, they all fit, and then realized that, oh my gosh, it was the medium wall height. So I didn't shorten the walls, I just moved the windows down. So well, actually, I might have shortened the walls now in thinking about it. So we've moved up to the bedroom, and we're making it the same colour up there. And I think I leave that warmer toned wood. on the walls, the wood paneling, and initially I did think about doing a little sitting area in the bedroom there, but rethought it and it becomes a cute little study area because I think one of mine does videos, is an entertainer of some sort, music or something, and I thought it'd be nice for him to have a little area where he could do his entertainment thing. So just filling these little shelves with all kinds of things, making the stuff that goes onto that desktop fit where I wanted it, and you know, the usual by putting it, snapping it onto the desk, the countertop, moving the counter, and using your Alt key to position it wherever you want. And I really enjoyed filling these shelves up with things that you might see in a bathroom. It was a lot of fun actually, and I know I normally cut bathroom builds out, but I just thought this one was cute to include because it follows that blue theme through, and again, bright pop of colour with the painting on the wall, and still with a lot of the blue cream colours in it. And here we go with our little study area. The blue chair wasn't the right tone of blue, it was too green, so we find some other artworks that follow the theme, and again, bright pop of blue. It's a more muted colour though, it's not quite that intense blue, and I do put some curtains up in here, so we have to go back and redo the bedroom because, you know, you do. And a little dresser in the corner. Now this has been player tested. I'm not sure if I included it in the video. That's coming up a little bit later. So your Sims can get to both sides of that double bed with no trouble at all. They won't complain about not being able to get there and things being in the way. They just will be able to walk up there. And lots of items on the desk that you would expect to see in a study area. And I think I popped a little plant by the, yep, I did, and some pictures on the wall, and again, another bright pop of colour adding the red in. That's nowhere, but there is some red in the painting, so it's kind of tying the whole thing together, just finishing up the lighting. And initially when I did the story, the male sim, who was the first one I did, he was given 40,000 simoleons to start with. So to this point, we are still under the 40,000 simoleon budget, and that includes purchasing of the block of land. And I think I started to think about the debug menu here to look for some plant items so that I could do the garden under budget, but I instead gave them a little more money because why not? They are a young couple starting out together. It makes sense that they would have saved and they would have taken advantage of mum and dad's place for a while before they decided to move out into their own place. So I'm thinking that they would have had a little bit of money, and I'm just adding a little bit of texture and interest to the grass. Now, I don't know why in here. I'm going to have a bit of a play with the seasons because the plants look dead. And you will see in the screenshots that I did have a little bit of a play with the facade because with the plants being that brown colour, I wanted to dress it up a little bit. So the roof is a little bit different in the final screenshots. I would love to hear if you use this house for your Sim stories. So do send me the details. I'd love to chat with you about them. And I just want to wish you and your Sims, wherever you are in the world, an amazing day, afternoon or night. Have a good one.